Hello Capricorn and welcome to my channel Green Lion Goddess Tarot. Big week ahead, really big week, potentially the biggest week of the year in terms of the intensity of the energy. We have the major triple conjunction between the North Node, Uranus and Mars in the sign of Taurus at 18 degrees. Huge activation point, ignition point that's going to have far-reaching consequences. And what I was getting is that you were taking these big strides at this moment in time, big strides that are going to affect your future at this moment. So this week is a big week. We also have the new moon in Leo, and that's occurring on the 29th. We have yoga as a message coming through for you. So the new moon is potentially a kind of lucky energy, but it is going to be a little bit overshadowed by this huge triple conjunction. And the lucky energy is very much a sense that it's trining Jupiter, the planet of luck, good fortune. And so this is a nice energy. With the yoga coming through, this is where everybody's going to be in these big activated change. There's going to be a lot of pressure coming in. It feels like a pressure point. And people might be making some big decisions or, big changes might be occurring to them. So it's kind of saying be aware that some people might be acting a little bit out of the ordinary. There could be a little bit of volatility around, and that's okay. And this may be something that you're feeling. There's a lot of change. So some people react better to change than others. And what the yoga energy I'm getting here is that this is the mind-body connection. So not all of you are going to be into yoga. But if you are, this is a great week to do yoga. But if you're not, this is more about just letting the energy flow through you with the mind-body connection. I kept getting, for whatever reason, I was getting legs, these big, huge legs walking when I was getting image for you, Capricorn. And legs are always, the steps that you're taking, the direction that you're going, the path that you're traveling. At this moment, they were big, So this is why I think that connecting into your body and allowing the energy to flow through and letting go of any kind of tension or muscle tension is going to be really great, and also help just go with the flow with some of the energies that are around at this moment in time. So yeah, I feel like it doesn't have to be yoga. It can be walking or any kind of physical activity that you feel like you've got that real sense of being able to kind of release energies that they're not wanting you to hold on to too much while there's a lot of static and change around, big activation points. So the other thing is that they're saying is that because this is a huge energetic upgrade for everybody, this activation point, this yoga energy or the energy of the physical activity, the mind-body integration is going to help with the integration of this higher vibrational upgrade that's coming in for you. So that's something that really I think that I keep getting walking. Like walking is just going to be so good. If you're having issues or you're having trouble or you're having a fight or something's upsetting you or you just, got a lot on your mind, a lot to think about or just stress or whatever it is, go for a walk. That's just going to be a fantastic way to kind of clear your head, let the energy flow through. So let's see what animal energy is coming in for you, because they're not jumping. So I'm going to have to split the deck. Okay. Capricorn, we have Stingray. Interesting. Taurus just got the same card. So if you have any Taurus in your chart or you're cross-watching for a Taurian, you might want to check that out. But it's saying that, it's got a lot to do with alignment, mind, body, spirit alignment as well. That's coming through. So you might feel this physically, like there might be some things to do with the actual physical alignment of your body, especially your spine, but I'm also getting your hips as well because I'm getting the walking thing. So this is maybe where you're feeling it. If there's something's out of alignment, you might get a few aches and pains in that area. Or maybe it's the week where you want to kind of go to see like a chiropractor, an osteopath, or do something that feels like yoga, that you're getting that sense of something coming back into alignment. And things are going to be coming up from the surface with the Stingray energy. It's very, there's been things simmering there under the surface that are coming up. And I feel like this is where you've been kind of getting some messages already. And this is an emotional energy and in the emotional realm, like how you're feeling about things. So you might just be feeling like some feelings might be coming up that you kind of noticing, and that will be I think giving you messages about this alignment and what's out of alignment and what would want to come back into alignment. The other thing with the stingray energy is it's really great to do the chakra balancing as well. So if there's any kind of chakra meditations that can help balance and put energy centers into alignment. And if the energy centers are in alignment, then that's going to help the physical body and help the whole thing. So there's kind of a lot to do with managing and working with the energies coming through. What's shifting and changing is Sword 10, Uranus, Gemini. Here comes the Uranus energy of wanting, the Uranus wants to kind of show you, I mean, it's part of the conjunction, what you've outgrown, and it's the great awakener. It's something that's been sleeping is ready to awaken within you. And the Sword 10 is interesting because this is where you're actually closing a chapter and saying no to something and letting something go. So it's also very much like, that's very much a South Node-y thing, that it's the South Node is in Scorpio, and the South Node's all about what you're letting go of, what you're saying no to, what you're closing the chapter to, and it can be very karmic. Now, the Sword 10 is what's going on inside of your mind, what sort of thought cycles or patterns have been going on in there, belief systems. Is there something that you're wanting to let go of here? And that could be something that's coming up in terms of this messaging and alignment. It may be that you're kind of building up to a big decision to let go of something or say no to something, a big no, it feels like. So, yeah, interesting. But I think everything's going to reach a point where it's just like everything's going to reach a point. That's kind of what I'm getting here. It's like it's like a pressure point almost as well. So we have as the situation, the Six of Shells, sentiment, joy, the Emperor, focus and stability, and the Empress. Wow, beauty and abundance. You've got the Emperor and the Empress, and look, it looks like they're working really well together. The fact that we've got these little beautiful otters there kind of in synergy, working out together and working together. So this is nice, the Empress and the Emperor energy. This is either the divine masculine and feminine. This is part of the alignment, aligning the divine masculine and feminine, getting them to work together. Or this could be you with somebody else, or you with something else. That's just a sense that this is feeling good on the inside and the outside. What's happening is mirroring each other. So if you're feeling good on the inside, then what you're doing externally is going to be feeling better. And if you're happy with what you're doing externally, then you're going to be happy with the internal. And you're going to really notice that. So this sentiment and joy is where it's wanting to connect you to that energy and see what is the Six of Shells, the equivalent of the Six of Cups. So what wants to come back into balance on this emotional realm to bring this divine masculine, feminine into balance. Now, the other thing is with the Emperor and Empress, they are very successful energies coming through together. They're like the sentinels that are guiding you through this passage of, a passage from the past and letting go of something from the past as well, because the Six of Shells can represent something that is over. So I think it's really nice that you've got these very strong supportive energies around you, helping you move through this, which is actually really great. We have, as the story unfolds, the Queen of Swords, the King of Pentacles. Okay, so getting resolved and saying yes to something. So one's saying no. The Sword 10's a big no, and the Queen of Swords is yes. I've got my head above fear and doubt, and I'm saying yes to some kind of opportunity around this, what's been awakened here. This is the card of Taurus, the King of Pentacles. So it does feel like it's something on the earthly realm. So something to do with money, where you're living. The King of Pentacles is what do you need on the material realm. The King of Swords is coming in. So this is all like, might have a sense of haste and urgency, like I need to be doing this or making this decision or resolving this now. There's something that needs to kind of have some sort of resolution. The Nine of Wands is like a bit wary of rushing in. So it's interesting because the King of Pentacles, it's like there's an energy of wanting to kind of go slow, but knowing that there's also this feeling of like urgency and pressure on it as well, which can be tiring. It can be like, well, I don't understand this. Do I have to do this now? Can I think about it a little bit longer? So these are some of the big things that are coming through. the Nine of Swords. So there could be a lot going through your head here. And so, yeah, that's why the Nine of Swords, whatever's going through your heads, you've got 2 nines. They're like the precursor for letting go of something with the Sword 10. So this is part of the mind-body connection, because the mind might get overloaded with a whole heap of stuff. And, the Emperor wants to bring in focus and stability. The Empress wants to bring in beauty and abundance, bring them all together, or maybe bring that in for you and somebody else as well. But, yeah, I would just say on the mental level, it's once you kind of resolved and say yes to something, just be aware of what goes on, the thought patterns that go on in your mind after that as well. So the Seven of Wands, this is getting yourself in a better position. This may be that you need to defend some decisions that you make here as well. You need to defend what it is that you're going through or what you've decided. But the Seven of Wands is like, I'm leveraging myself up here. And so you're on better ground, you're on higher ground. Even though it might feel like it's a bit of a whirlwind energy, that's what this kind of feels a little bit like. It's like somebody gives the go. There might be a yes or a go ahead, like a no, then a yes, or however it presents. And it might feel like it's all happening so fast that it's such a whirlwind energy. But I like it's got the King of Pentacles next to it. So the King of Pentacles likes things to be stable. The Emperor likes things to be stable. But this energy is kind of suddenly like, we're off on the whirlwind. So it doesn't necessarily feel stable, but I feel it will land somewhere. Well, let's pull a card for where it's going to land, actually, for you. So let's pull a card for where it's going to land for Capricorn, because I feel like you're kind of, caught in the whirlwind of this energy at this moment in time. And it's really important to understand you've got those sentinels, the Empress and the Emperor, standing by your side, wanting to bring these things in, because it might feel a bit crazy. The Eight of Wands. So this is moving to a new focus. This is a very focused energy, but it's swift. It's new. It's like, boom, here we are, shifting direction. It's all focus on this. So a positive shift and change with the Eight of Wands, but it could all happen so quickly. That's the thing that's coming through with this Capricorn. So, yeah. And I like how it's coming in with this King of Pentacles, because that feels like really, on your terms. It's the King of Earth. So this, in a lot of decks, that is also the Capricorn energy as well. So it's something that you're potentially going to be comfortable about shifting and changing, or something that you're going to feel like well, you feel a little bit in control of that usually. And when this big shift and change comes through, like a bit of a whirlwind inside your mind, I feel like when you finally either get to say the yes or the no, that's when things, or both, occur. This is where things start to settle down, and there's this very positive shift that occurs here. So let's have a look let's pull an affirmation card for you, Capricorn. So it's a massive week. It is a huge week. A lot of unexpected things could be coming through. And yeah, that's another reason why there's this whirlwind energy. It's just really important to ground yourself that's coming in. We've got divine wisdom guides me. This is your affirmation card. I'm guided throughout this day in making the right choices. Divine intelligence continuously guides me in the realization of my goals. I am safe. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that divine wisdom, and again, Taurus actually got that card as well. So you might have a lot in common with, if you're kind of working with a Taurian, or you're with a Taurian in any way, because we've got this King of Pentacles. It may be that this Taurus that's coming through in your life is saying yes to something, and that's putting you into a bit of a whirlwind. It doesn't have to necessarily be a Taurus, but it's somebody that potentially takes up a lot of space in your life. It's somebody that you kind of they provide a lot for you. So it may suddenly feel like they're saying yes to something, and you're like, oh my gosh, why are they doing this? Or this is you saying yes to it. And so it's just a matter of letting the dust settle and seeing where everything lands, and knowing and trusting that with the Emperor and Empress here, that this positive shift is something that is heading you in the right direction. So that's it, Capricorn. Thanks so much for joining me. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and look forward to seeing you next time.